Disrespect is inevitable, but suffering because of it is optional. The Stoics, ancient masters of wisdom, knew how to remain calm, unshaken, and in control despite insults, rudeness, and criticism. In this video, you'll learn 10 timeless Stoic lessons that will help you handle disrespect with grace, wisdom, and unshakable strength. Let's begin. Keeping your composure is the first and most important step when facing disrespect. The moment you allow another person's words or actions to provoke you, you hand them control over your emotions. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us that we are not disturbed by events themselves, but by our judgments about them. If someone insults you, the insult itself is powerless. It is only your interpretation that gives it strength. Picture a flame being smothered by lack of oxygen. If you do not react, the flame of disrespect dies out. By remaining calm, you retain your dignity and demonstrate true power. Anger clouds judgment. Resentment distorts reality. Only clarity of mind allows you to act wisely. Self-reflection follows. When confronted with disrespect, ask yourself, does this criticism hold any truth? If it does, use it as a tool for growth. Marcus Aurelius taught that no matter how offensive a remark may be, we should extract any possible lesson from it. If someone accuses you of arrogance, examine your behavior. Is there a hint of truth? If not, discard it as irrelevant. But if it holds some validity, use it to refine your character. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. Reacting to disrespect without introspection only leads to needless suffering. When you own your flaws and work on them, no insult can shake you because you are already in control of your self-improvement. Pausing before reacting is an essential practice of self-control. Seneca warned that when anger takes over, reason leaves. It is in moments of high emotion that we are most prone to making mistakes we later regret. A few seconds of silence, a deep breath, or even walking away from a situation can prevent an unnecessary conflict. When you pause, you grant yourself the space to decide on the most rational response. Impulsive reactions often escalate conflict, while measured responses de-escalate it. Think of water being poured over fire. A moment of restraint can extinguish the heat of the situation before it turns into destruction. Empathy is a powerful antidote to anger. When someone is disrespectful, their words or actions often stem from their own insecurities, fears, or misunderstandings. Epictetus advised us to see people not as they appear, but as they are. Flawed human beings acting according to their own reasoning. Imagine a person who lashes out because they are suffering internally. Would you still take their insult personally, or would you see it as an expression of their pain? The ability to step into another person's perspective not only neutralizes resentment, but also elevates your response. The Stoic way is not to meet hostility with hostility, but to replace it with wisdom and understanding. Virtue must always come before ego. Pride urges us to retaliate, to prove we are not to be disrespected. But Stoicism teaches that external validation is meaningless. The only thing that truly matters is whether we uphold our values. Seneca wrote that virtue is synonymous with right reason. If your principles dictate that patience and composure are superior to aggression, then any reaction born out of pride is a failure of virtue. True strength lies in choosing integrity over temporary satisfaction. By prioritizing virtue, you remain in control of yourself rather than allowing others to dictate your emotions. Acceptance of what you cannot control is a foundational Stoic principle. The words and actions of others fall outside your sphere of influence. You can request respect, but you cannot force it. The Stoic dichotomy of control, outlined by Epictetus, teaches that we must focus solely on what is within our power, our thoughts, choices, and actions. When faced with disrespect, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, then worrying about it is a waste of energy. If you let external forces dictate your peace, you will be at their mercy forever. Instead, accept that others will behave as they choose, and you will respond as you choose. Humor is an underrated but effective Stoic tool for diffusing conflict. Seneca said that the ability to laugh at oneself is a sign of self-mastery. When you respond to disrespect with humor, you strip it of its power. Picture someone insulting you, and instead of reacting with anger, you reply with a witty remark or a lighthearted joke. The tension dissolves instantly. Disrespect thrives on confrontation. By refusing to meet it with seriousness, you render it ineffective. This does not mean making light of all situations, but rather knowing when humor can serve as a shield against unnecessary conflict. Setting boundaries is not an act of aggression, it is an act of self-respect. Stoicism does not promote passive tolerance of mistreatment. Instead, it encourages standing firm in one's principles. Marcus Aurelius maintained that we should not allow external events to disturb our peace, but this does not mean allowing ourselves to be disrespected repeatedly. If someone continually disrespects you, it is both reasonable and necessary to set clear boundaries. This can be done calmly, without hostility. By clearly stating what is and isn't acceptable, you reinforce your self-worth without compromising your composure. Boundaries protect you from unnecessary negativity while maintaining your integrity. Forgiveness is an act of strength, not weakness. Many believe that to forgive is to condone. The Stoics disagree. Forgiveness is simply the refusal to let someone else's actions dictate your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius advised that we should not waste energy on resentment, as it harms us more than the person we resent. When you hold on to anger, you carry a burden that only you feel. The person who disrespected you may have long forgotten their words, yet you remain shackled to the pain. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself. This does not mean allowing continued mistreatment. It means recognizing that carrying hatred serves no purpose. Perspective is what ultimately defines the impact of any situation. If you magnify an insult in your mind, it becomes a source of suffering. But if you view it as insignificant, it loses all power. Marcus Aurelius urged us to see the grand scheme of life. Will this moment matter a year from now? 5 years from now? If the answer is no, why waste emotional energy on it? Disrespect is often a fleeting event, yet many allow it to ruin their peace. By shifting your perspective, you reclaim control. Instead of reacting, observe. Instead of personalizing, detach. In the end, disrespect only has the weight you give it. All of these principles form a single, unified approach to handling disrespect. Unshakable composure, self-awareness, control over impulses, understanding of others, prioritization of virtue, acceptance of external events, strategic use of humor, firm boundaries, strength and forgiveness, and mastery of perspective. When combined, they create an unbreakable mental fortress. Imagine moving through life with the confidence that no insult, no offense, no act of rudeness can shake your inner peace. This is what Stoicism offers. Not just a way to handle disrespect, but a way to rise above it completely. To reach a point where others' words and actions are mere noise, meaningless, unless you choose to grant them meaning. Disrespect is inevitable, but suffering because of it, that is optional. The choice is always yours. If you found value in these lessons, leave a thumbs up so more people can discover this powerful philosophy. Subscribe for more wisdom, and let me know in the comments. Which Stoic principle will you apply first? Stay strong, stay Stoic, and I'll see you in the next video.